And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge ahead. Hoping to come out of the gates strong. And you've got it on 2K Sports for Wednesday night action in the NBA. Alongside Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Morant is the point, with Bane out on the wing. Jackson is out there with Edey. And it's Wells in at the 3. And for the Pelicans, Trey Murphy is out there with Williamson. Then there's Murray. Then there's McCollum. And it's Messi in at the center. Coming into this game, Stan, it's clear who the media thinks will win. We've been reading about it and hearing about it for the last couple days.
Yeah, but Kevin, you know, none of us in the media know what we're talking about. It's just a lot of speculation. And look, it's a cliche, but it's also true. The games aren't won on paper, they're won out on the court, and anyone in the NBA can beat anyone else on a given night.
Which makes me look forward to this one.
Absolutely.
Trains the three-pointer.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
McCollum against Morant. Pass to Edey. 6 on the shot clock. Takes a 3. And Desmond Bane with the 3.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
And defensively, Stan, the Pelicans look to try and switch as much as they can.
Yeah, Kevin, and it makes sense with their personnel. It can mean reduced minutes for traditional centers at times, but that's the defensive philosophy they've committed to.
Now here's Morant. Following the miss by DeJounte Murray.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Releases from 15. Good. He hits the jump shot.
And in recent years, Murray has become one of the more effective, high-volume mid-range shooters in our league.
Here's Morant. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Greg, with how explosive Ja Morant is, he has certainly taken his fair share of awkward falls.
And that's what worries you with guys like that. He's already had a number of injuries in his young career, but we all just want to see him at full health.
First one falls for him. You can see, and coach, you can feel Ja Morant's star power, and his presence on the floor is such a factor. It affects the game.
Yeah, it sure does. And it even affects the energy in the building. His play is so dynamic, athletic, energetic. I mean, you can't sit and watch a Ja game. He's going to get you on your feet.
He is one of a kind for sure. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Grizzlies retired Marc Gasol's number 33 last season. You may recall he moved to Memphis in his teens, watching his older brother Powell play for the Grizz. Marc said, "I had a very unique perspective, that of a fan. When I came back as a Grizzlies player, I carried that with me." Kevin, that pride certainly showed.
Pride's a great word to use. No question, D.A. Thank you. The Pelicans have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. McCollum outside. Here's Murray. Rebounded by Jackson. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Morant. Plays it up and banks it in.
Yeah, I'm amazed at Morant's ability to take contact and still stay in full control.
To Williamson. Murray outside. No good on the 3. Outside, Bane. There's a screen by Aldama. Gets it to fall. The bucket from Bane.
Now, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. It's the Grizzlies leading by just 2. On New Orleans, back in a moment. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And for Memphis, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Yeah, they've looked sharp early on with their offense, getting good chances and converting what they've taken.
Jones and Williamson in at the forward positions. Jose Alvarado is out there with Hawkins. And it's Olynyk in at the center, filling out the middle. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Here's Clark, and it's Clark slamming it down.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
After back-to-back 50-win seasons, Dan, last season was frustrating for the Memphis Grizzlies in almost every way.
Yeah, that's an understatement, Kevin. They went 27-55. Due to suspension and injuries, they only got 9 games from their star, Ja Morant. But they still have a lot of young talent and still a team that can be very competitive in the future.
Pelicans shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
2 shots.
First free throw is good. Hey, Stan, as a coach, what was the most difficult part when transitioning from college to the pros?
That's a great question, Kevin, and I think 2 things. Number one, the length and the pace of the season. You just didn't have the time to prepare for the next game. Everything was sped up. And then, obviously, the talent of the players, so you're trying to game plan and come up with a way to stop guys who are essentially unstoppable.
Clark dishes to Pippen. Pulls from the top of the key. Pelicans pull it in.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
Williamson, the screen. Here's Alvarado. Off target with his 3. And so here's Memphis. Outside Jackson. Pippen sets a screen for Jackson. There's 3-pointers off the mark.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, the Pelicans are putting the ball in Zion Williamson's hands. He said, I'm just playing chess within the game, seeing how the defense is guarding me. I'm going to pick my spots. My teammates trust me to make the right decision, but they also trust me to be me, and that time is right. Kevin, I'll let you be you.
And I love when you are you, David. Thank you so much. The Pelicans have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. And Williamson throws it down.
What a move. Few do it as well as Zion Williamson.
Outside Jackson. And so the ball out of bounds. McCollum touched it last. So for the Pelicans, Trey Murphy's checked in for Herbert Jones. And it's DeJounte Murray in for Jose Alvarado. The Grizzlies also making a change. Morant's checked in. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots. Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
Clark sets a screen for Morant. And the drought. No good on the layup. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Pelicans lead by 4. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Desmond Bane really making a difference here.
There is no stopping him, and you can't even contain him at this point. He is that talented.
Yeah, he makes defenses look utterly helpless. It's like pick your poison trying to contain him.
So on the floor for Memphis, Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Wells is out there with Jaren Jackson. And it's Edey in at the 5, roaming the paint. So Stan, the Grizzlies trio of Ja Morant, Desmond Bane, and Jaren Jackson Jr. From the outside looking in, what a great base going forward.
I agree with that, Kevin. Look, not only are those 3 outstanding individual players, but they complement each other so well. There's such a great fit with those 3 guys. That's a great base for the future.
New Orleans leading by 5. McCollum kicks to Murray. From outside the arc, Edey with the rebound. And so Morant will bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Outside Jackson, 3-pointer. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Nisi's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Williamson, the pass to McCollum. And Stan, we seem to be in the midst of a big man renaissance in the NBA. I love it. So that being said, which of these big stars do you like the most?
Well, that's a tough question because there's so much talent and they're all different. You've got Embiid, who is unstoppable offensively. You've got Wembanyama with his combination of size and length, skill and agility. You've got guys who can shoot the ball. But the guy that combines the most of those things that I would take, Nikola Jokic.
And timeout called by Willie Green. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Santi Aldama's checked in for Wells. Memphis on defense. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points, and it's blocked. There's 48 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Morant kicks to Jackson. Pass to Edey. Outside, Bane. Now Morant. 4 on the clock. It's stolen by Alvarado. Here's Jones. Trying to get something going. It's rebounded by Memphis. Now here's Morant. He's got 8. And he banks in the layup. And it's now only a 1-point New Orleans lead.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play. Getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. Pelicans on top. They're up by 1. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from New Orleans. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Yeah, it's pretty to watch. It's great to have so many big men in the NBA who can dish it like this.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. We've got Williamson. DeJounte Murray is out there with C.J. McCollum. Then there's Trey Murphy. And it's Messi in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the Pelicans 5. Shot clock at 6. To the inside. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Great pass to hit him in stride. Love to see teammates in sync with each other.
Here's Edey. Pass to Wells to tie it up. A three-pointer is right on target. Wells has got it all tied up now for Memphis.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
Murray, the pass to McCollum. Williamson outside. There's a screen by Murray. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Now here's Wells. He's guarded by McCollum. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Grant, and that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. The Pelicans shooting 38% from the field, a pretty weak showing for them. Bane against Murray. To the middle, here's Messi. It's rebounded by Memphis. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Jackson finds Morant to take the lead. Messi grabs the rebound. Messi's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Murray surveying the D. It drops.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
The Grizzlies call timeout.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Get us underway, that was Skylar Cole singing the Star-Spangled Banner. Hey everybody, we're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill, and the fourth member of our crew, reporter Allie LaForce. So the opening lineup for the Timberwolves, Miles Turner out there with Bam Adebayo. Then it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then there's McDaniels, and it's Green in at the two guard. And for San Antonio, Kawhi Leonard out there with Tyrese Halliburton. Then there's Holmgren. Then there's Ivica Zubac. And it's White in at the small forward position. Well, Doris, we got a clash at the 5 spot here tonight. Can't wait to see these centers go at it.
B.A., there was once a point in history where we were talking about, is the 5-man phased out of the game? And all of a sudden now you have several MVPs who occupy the position. It is unequivocally going to be a special matchup tonight.
Now here's Halliburton. Fires from deep. He's off on that one. Green against Halliburton. And it's Green missing.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
McDaniels against Leonard. Clock at 6. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
The toughness and tenacity very much describe Kawhi Leonard's game.
Obviously, everyone knows about the defense of Kawhi Leonard, but Graham, his shooting is overlooked.
Yeah, you know, he's at about 40% from 3 for his career. You combine that with his wing defense, you get a one-of-one player capable of carrying a team.
And now just over a minute played here in the first. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Greg Popovich. I asked him specifically about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and what their defensive game plan is for him, and Coach said we have to be active, we have to keep him in front of us, and to try to limit his chances around the rim. Their offense really opens up when he's able to attack the basket, so let's see if the defense is up for the challenge. B.A.?
As always, Allie, we thank you. Adebayo finds Green. Grant, when you look at Draymond Green's career, you think he's going to the Hall of Fame?
You know, B.A., I believe so. He's won multiple titles, and we know how impactful he has been as a defender and distributor especially. I think we'll see him in Springfield one day.
That free throw misses.
Well, to me, the infectiousness with which Draymond Green plays, it impacts everyone around him. I love that.
And it really feels like the chemistry of this Timberwolves team has taken a step forward.
And, B.A., you know this. Winning always enhances that energy and chemistry. But beyond that, this is a roster full of players that have had individual success, and now they're hungry and thirsty for team success, because that's the true measure.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside McDaniels. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's going to be on Ivica Zubac.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
Free throw good, McDaniels. Doris, you look at the tools McDaniels has on defense. He can be special.
He can. There's incredible length, the reach, the strength. McDaniels very much able to be a shutdown defender against the best offensive players in the game.
Now here's Leonard. Over Green. Leonard can't get it to go. Leonard's gone 1 for 3 on the night. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Adebayo. Leonard defending. Adebayo passes to Green. Turner, a screen on Halliburton. Shot clock at 6. Turner with it. And out of bounds. The Spurs will take it.
Listen, turnovers happen. You've got to move on to the next play.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played so far. Leonard outside, 3-pointer. The rebound by the Timberwolves.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
White against Gilgeous-Alexander. Six to shoot. And it's Holmgren with a rebound.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Leonard outside. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. Count that one. Leonard's got his second bucket on the night.
Once Kawhi Leonard gets to the interior, this guy's so tough to keep from scoring.
Pass to Green. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. 16 seconds left in the first. And Adebayo slams it in.
Well, you see that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is an excellent decision maker, such a dependable catalyst for this offense.
Now here's Halliburton. Holmgren with a screen on McDaniels. Three-pointer, Halliburton. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. San Antonio on top. They lead by 3. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in a moment. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. What do you guys think about San Antonio here in this one?
Well, coming into tonight, maybe you thought they were going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Nope, that's not the case.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
Tyrese Halliburton is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Derek White. Then there's Holmgren. And it's Zubats in at the 5. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with. And that one's good. Gilgeous-Alexander.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
And Doris, no doubt about it, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is an absolute monster on offense.
Very quietly, one of the most dangerous offensive players in the game is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got size, he's got speed, he's got handle, he can score from 3 levels. This guy is a legit force.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to McDaniels. To the right side. Green in the post. He's guarded by White. Count it. Good.
And this here, to me, speaks to the focus that Draymond Green has. Defense is right there, and he makes the play anyway.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
We know Kawhi Leonard is a former Finals MVP. Jimmy Butler said, there are guys that are like, quote, I'm going to find the best way to win. In a 7-game series, I'm going to get the best of you in the end. Kawhi's definitely up there. Whatever he's got to do, he is going to find a way. And Brian, Butler would know a thing or two about that, wouldn't he?
Yeah, you know that. No question about his abilities. And Chris Finch has called timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Pass to Adebayo. Now Green. Turner, a screen on White. Outside McDaniels for 3. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. SGA from distance.
Quick trigger there by SGA. I'll tell you, on the catch, be ready to rise and fire.
Pass to Holmgren, down low. And the dunk by Halliburton.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Oh, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving. No doubt whatsoever.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The Spurs making their last shot. To the inside. Turner. And then Turner with the dunk.
And this is why Miles Turner is such a high percentage scorer. You combine length, athleticism, and basketball skills. Good luck with that defense.
Now here's Halliburton. He's got 5. Outside White. Screen by Holmgren from deep. Oh, how about White from the next time zone?
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often, and of course, he makes good use of it.
Pass to Green. There's 53 seconds left to play in the first half.
Excellent use of his physical gifts. Goes up strong and captures the board.
Halliburton against McDaniels. Halliburton, the pass to Holmgren. From downtown, Halliburton misses. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. Trailing by 4. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to McDaniels. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebounded by the Spurs.
All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
Halliburton outside. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. It's the Spurs up by 4. Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
Thanks. I'm here with Spurs head coach Greg Popovich. Coach, how do you get this team playing so efficiently at the offensive end?
I beg my butt off constantly. It's embarrassing.
At least the begging's paying off, though. Good luck in the second half. Thanks, Coach.
Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be right back to begin the third quarter right after this. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Without question, Kawhi Leonard displaying his skills today.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Kicking off the second half, here's Chris Finch's 5. McDaniels out there with Miles Turner. Then it's Green. Then it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Adebayo in at the 5. And San Antonio has possession following the score by Minnesota. Halliburton outside. Well, Grant, you played on some very tight-knit teams. Talk to us about chemistry.
Well, B.A., you know, in some sports, chemistry is not a big issue. But in basketball, it is huge. You have to trust and believe in your teammates, and it has to be a unit, not 5 separate individuals.
And there's the foul. It's on Ivica Zubac. That's foul number 2 for him.
Starting to look like one of those nights for Kawhi Leonard when he's absolutely dominant on the offensive end.
Timberwolves trail by 5. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, SGA right back at him.
An example of the unique leadership of Gilgeous-Alexander, getting the 3 points right back for them.
Pass to Holmgren. Halliburton looking for an opening. Holmgren with it. Zubac with it. Still no points. Shoots over Turner. Zubac's shot is off. Gilgeous-Alexander against Halliburton. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Adebayo. Outside, Green. Back to Adebayo. And finished off by Adebayo.
Now, this is why Draymond Green is so hard to guard in the pick and roll. He has mobility and vision, and he excels at making the right pass.
White, the pass to Holmgren. They grab their own miss. Leonard inside, working on Green. Kept alive, out left to the wing. The 3 from Holmgren. Oh, the long ball from Holmgren.
Now, the very definition of a stretch big, right? Chet Holmgren comes in with the reputation as a spacer.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. It's stolen by Leonard. Halliburton outside. Good D by Adebayo.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
Pass to Turner. And down it goes. 2 points. Turner's got his second basket of the night.
Boy, Miles Turner insisting on playing through the contact, gets the finish.
Leonard outside. Back to Halliburton. Holmgren, the pass to Halliburton. Now here's Leonard. Green covering. To the middle. Oh, stolen by Turner. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. 10 points for him. Adebayo, that's good.
The moment Bam gets the ball close in, he's really hard to stop.
And so it's Leonard who brings up the ball for the Spurs. It's a 1-point game. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Halliburton. Three-pointer. Halliburton nails the three.
What you love about Tyrese Halliburton is the consistency from the perimeter. This guy can make deep shots.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The three ball. Sinks it from distance. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 13 now.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at it.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
3 quarters of play and a close one here. The T-Wolves on top, leading by 1. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get set for quarter number 4. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. San Antonio has gone 6 for 12 from deep so far in this game. They've got Tyrese Halliburton. Holmgren is out there with Derek White. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubats in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the San Antonio 5. Now here's Halliburton. 6 on the shot clock. McDaniels with some nice D. Minnesota in the lead. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And here is Green. Leonard defending. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Shoots over White. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing.
He's got a great defensive mind. He gets good position and affects the release.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Leonard against Green. Back to Leonard. Shoots. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got 4 rebounds now. Out of bounds. It'll be Spurs ball. The Spurs have gone 0 for 3 in this fourth. Not good. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone now. Gilgeous-Alexander feeling it out a bit. Over Leonard. Rebounded by the Spurs. White finds Leonard. Back to White. Pass to Leonard. Now here's Holmgren. Halliburton on the wing. McDaniels covering. Clock at 6. Halliburton pass to Zubats. And it's slammed in by Zubats.
Yeah, if you allow Zubats positioning near the cup, look out. This is what you can expect.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. A moment what to hear from Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch was going over with his team. Coach was blunt with his assessment. He said to throw out everything that happened until now. It is a brand new game, and it's only a few minutes. Leave it out on the floor. Back to you guys.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside McDaniels. The open shot by Gilgeous-Alexander, and right on target. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 10 points here in the second half.
That's one of those clutch shots he's known for. When the pressure is high, he seems to be the most locked in.
Halliburton for three. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Adebayo's got his fourth rebound in this one. Leonard against Gilgeous-Alexander. A minute 31 left in the fourth quarter. Great D that time from Zubac. San Antonio's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Offensive rebound. Holmgren's size beats the contact.
These moments are important for Holmgren's development. He needs to keep sinking those big-time shots.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for San Antonio.
Their offensive game plan has been simple. Look to shoot it often from outside the arc. And the results have been outstanding.
I think another thing that's striking here tonight, the ball movement is incredible. Again and again, they're making smart passes to ready shooters.
He drops the first one, and that ties this game up.
What you love about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is this young man's work ethic. He is a gym rat who's always looking for ways to improve.
And so he's good on both free throws, and that gives him a lead.
Well, this is the kind of player he is. The tougher the moment, the more he elevates his game.
Halliburton against McDaniels. Halliburton left side. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It goes on Bam Adebayo.
Two things you love here. How confident Halliburton is offensively. The second is not afraid to take punishment while he's shooting the basketball.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Yeah, what stood out to me was their passing. They moved the ball effortlessly and have been able to find those holes in the defense.
Also, they've been living in the lane. They're getting the ball in close, and it's had a devastating impact all game long.
And just incredible confidence at the free throw line. That is how you win close games.
Outside for Green. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
Halliburton with the ball. Now Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Holmgren, the pass to Halliburton. Back to Holmgren. Screen by Holmgren. White for three. Oh, almost had a 4-point play right there. But he'll go to the line with a chance for three. It's going to go on Draymond Green.
At the line for San Antonio, Derek White taking 3 shots.
And the first of 3, missing that time. That's a tough one to miss. He's got 2 more chances now. He makes the second free throw, and that'll put him up 2. And so he's able to pick up 2 of 3 from the line. And it's a 3-point game.
Oh, man, what a bad time to miss. I'm sure he's kicking himself.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. There's 25 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Turner, a screen on Leonard. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander over Leonard. Another miss by Minnesota. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
At the line for San Antonio, Chet Holmgren, taking 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that gives him a 4-point cushion.
And we talk about the things that made Chet Holmgren an elite prospect. Mental toughness is near the top of the list. All but over now. Those free throws help seal the deal.
And here's Turner from the arc. Minnesota again missing, and they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
14 fouls.
First free throw is good, and that increases the lead to 6. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. So we see the Spurs get the win here. This one was in the balance right until the final seconds.
And BA, they showed their character when it mattered most.
All right, Allie, good stuff there.
On the floor for the
Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. Brian Anderson here. With alongside Grant Hill, Coach Dan Van Gundy, and the fourth member of our crew, Allie LaForce, reporting from the sidelines. And the starting group for Chicago. We've got Edey, Dyson Daniels out there with Amen Thompson. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns, and it's Curry in at the 3 spot. And for Brooklyn, they've got Nikola Jokic. Giannis Antetokounmpo is out there with Darius Garland. Then it's Klay Thompson, and it's Hartenstein in at the 5, roaming the paint. And both backcourts in this one stand cream of the crop.
Well, a lot of people would say that this is a guard-oriented league. I think it's a league of all the positions, but tonight, certainly, whoever can win that guard battle will probably go home with the W.
Certainly the headliner tonight. Curry against Antetokounmpo. And here's Thompson for 3. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
And this is big for Thompson's confidence. He needs to keep hitting from downtown.
Pass to Jokic. Garland with the ball. Got a hand on it. Now here's Thompson. Outside Curry. And about a minute gone in the first quarter. 6 to shoot. Inside. Here's Edey. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Now here's Antetokounmpo.
Chicago foul. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Garland. Hartenstein passes to Antetokounmpo. Jokic the screen. 5 to shoot. The drive by Antetokounmpo.
Let me tell you, on the drive, Giannis is trouble. He takes it right into the defense and gets fouled in the act.
All right, Grant, when you look at the Nets rebuild, what are you seeing at this point?
Well, they gave up a lot of young players and draft picks to assemble a big 3. And, of course, that didn't quite work out. So now they're in that middle ground, which sometimes can be a little tough. Add to the fact that they're in New York, the fans and media are anything but patient and forgiving.
Kobe White, he's checked in for Daniels. White for 3. Fires for 3. Nope, another miss. 0 for 2 to start the game. The Nets have gone 1 for 3 so far. Here's Garland. Kicks it out to Antetokounmpo. Right side Garland.
Last 2 minutes to play. First quarter.
Back to Antetokounmpo. And he buries. His first look.
And look at Giannis using his length inside, allowing him to beat the contact and get the finish.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Jordi Fernandez. I asked him specifically about Stephen Curry and what his defensive game plan is for him, and he told me, I just talked with them about communicating out there, especially when the screens are coming. We can't give Steph an inch in those situations. I think it's fair to say we can expect to hear a lot of chatter out there tonight, guys.
Thanks for that, Allie. Herder's checked in for White.
Coming onto the floor for the Bulls, number 13, Kevin Herder.
Pass to Hartenstein. Now Garland. Jokic with it. And the basket's good. Off the assist from Garland. Jokic has got his second bucket of the night.
It's almost too easy for Jokic inside. His size and soft touch make short work of the shot.
And coach, a three-time league MVP, Nikola Jokic joining Moses Malone, Larry Bird, and Magic Johnson. What a list.
Yeah, that's not a bad list at all, Brian. But what stands out beyond Jokic's skill set is the consistency that he produces with every night.
Everybody around him instantly gets better when they play with Jokic.
They love playing with him.
Now here's Garland. Pass to Antetokounmpo. That misses. Got a chance to tie it. Chicago has gone 2 of 5 from deep. Curry passes to Herder. There's 21 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Towns from deep. Buries it from 3.
And that's what makes Towns so dangerous offensively. He's a threat even when he's playing off the ball.
Herder against Antetokounmpo. Pass to Hartenstein. Out of bounds. It'll be Bulls ball.
Bulls ball. Bulls substitution. Number 11, Ayo Dosunmu.
That does it for the first quarter. Chicago ahead, up by 5. And back to the... Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going so far for the Bulls.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
Another thing they're doing well early on is moving the ball, playing selfless basketball, and getting everybody involved on the offensive end.
And so in the game for the Bulls, Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Edey. Then it's Thompson. Then there's Dyson Daniels. And it's Curry in at the 3 to the paint. Giannis with the jam.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team. Stan, it's hard to believe, but the Bulls have not won a playoff series since 2015.
Well, look, Brian, it's hard to win in this league. And when you're rebuilding, trying to find the mix that'll get you over the top is a difficult chore.
Long way from those Michael Jordan glory days. Here's Jokic. Jokic using his size.
And this is how powerful Jokic is, able to still score despite the contact.
Curry passes to Towns, beyond the arc, and can't get it. He's now 1 of 3.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
And the bucket is good.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
And Curry's got the ball here for Chicago. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. On the wing, Thompson, defended by Thompson. Kicks it out, Towns. The Bulls need to get off a shot. Connects from downtown. Towns has got 6 points.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
Jokic finds Garland. Hartenstein with a screen on Curry. Garland, the pass to Jokic. Got a piece of it, and they recover it. The 3, and Garland with a basket on the assist from Hartenstein.
When Garland finds a three-point shot, he takes it, supremely confident in his abilities.
On the wing, Curry. From behind the arc. Brooklyn pulls it in. And while Nikola Jokic has lots of years left in this league, he's already an all-time great, Grant.
You know, B.A., not many guys have won multiple MVPs and a title, but Jokic has already accomplished so much. And with his size and skill set, Jokic can be elite for a long time and add to that impressive resume.
Jokic. 1 on the clock. Jokic muscles it down.
And dunking it with authority inside. This is why Jokic guys look to feed him down there.
Thompson passes to Towns. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists tonight.
Well, so many bigs excel from three-point range these days, and he's right up there with the best.
Was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
And attacking with reckless abandon. Somehow Thompson able to get through.
Chicago shooting their first free throw of the night here. Well, the last time the Bulls won a playoff series was back in 2015, Grant.
That was back when Butler and Rose were their leading scorers. And it just shows you just how long it's been. But they've been stuck in mediocrity ever since. And right now, they are desperate for a breakthrough season.
Yep, that one's good.
And Jokic doesn't get a lot of lift on his shot, but he doesn't need it. I mean, he is money in the mid-range.
Curry against Antetokounmpo. Here's Curry. He's got 5. Thompson, a screen on Antetokounmpo. And here's Curry for 3. Can't hit that one. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Chicago ahead, up by 3. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. You look at Nikola Jokic, what a contribution.
And he was a beast on the offensive glass in that first half. How can they slow him down?
Yeah, look, even when you put a body on him, he finds ways to extend possession.
Isaiah Hartenstein is out there with Nikola Jokic. Then it's Klay Thompson. Then it's Giannis Antetokounmpo. And it's Garland in at the 2 guard. And that's the group for Jordi Fernandez as we begin the second half.
Well, the defense just dared him to take that one. Poor execution on their part, but they got lucky.
Antetokounmpo with it. Towns covering. Antetokounmpo can't connect. Chicago leading by 3. Thompson scanning the floor. Pass to Towns. The 3 is up. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson.
3.
Thompson's got 4 assists in the game. And there's a bevy of young talent in the NBA right now. Who are you most excited to see grow into a star, Stan?
Well, what I'm really excited about, Brian, is to see which of these young talents becomes true stars, transformative guys. Certainly Chet Holmgren and Wembanyama have already had this great rivalry. Scotty Barnes has become the next big point guard. We see Anthony Edwards, Paolo Banchero. There's a lot of guys that could be the guy, and it'll be fun to find out who actually develops into that play.
As the torch is passed, who's going to take the mantle? They get the rebound. Thompson with some nice D.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
Curry passes to Daniels. Pass to Towns. Shot clock at 6. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Offensively, Karl Anthony Towns is one of the most well-rounded big men in the league, Grant.
Yeah, maybe in league history, B.A. He's an elite three-point shooter, post scorer, and his passing is severely underrated.
First free throw is good. You know, Grant, with the Nets, there was so much optimism just a few years back.
And it was just too bad to see things go south. It's a reminder that nothing is as easy as it seems in the NBA. Even with a superstar roster, things don't always work out.
Into the third. 2 minutes in now.
Last 2 minutes of play.
Pass to Garland. Back to Antetokounmpo. All alone. Unable to get that one.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selection. You have to be set up for success.
Now Thompson. Inside. Here's Jokic. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. And Graham, when you look at Darius Garland, he has a very polished offensive game.
Absolutely. He's great at creating for himself, but also knows when to get others involved. He can score from anywhere, and he works incredibly hard on his craft.
You know, Stan, for a team with such a proud history, the last decade has been a tough one for the Bulls.
Yeah, Brian, it really has. They've had competitive teams, but they haven't won a full playoff series since 2014. And for such a dedicated and passionate fan base, that's been really difficult for them, let alone the front office and people that want to turn this thing around as quickly as they can.
Antetokounmpo, the pass to Jokic. Antetokounmpo inside, covered by Towns, and the jam by Antetokounmpo.
The court awareness on full display. Jokic is such a unique big man.
Thompson passes to Curry. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson. Curry's got 8 points.
And he's been an ideal teammate tonight. He's really creating plenty of looks with his passing.
Yeah, when there's been an open man, he's found him. You love to see a guy dishing it like this.
Thompson finds Antetokounmpo. Rebounded by Daniels. Chicago leading by 9. Pass to Curry. Towns, a screen on Garland. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And so it's the Chicago Bulls with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And from the two-guard spot, an unselfish play like this sets a fantastic tone.
Yeah, well, he looked like a pass-first point guard on this assist. Incredible instinct to feel the play develop and set up the score.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And so in the game for the Bulls, Thompson out there with Dyson Daniels. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Edey. And it's Curry in at the small forward position. Towns outside. Pass to Thompson. Outside Curry. Tries to keep it alive. Antetokounmpo looking it over. Antetokounmpo is doubled. Jokic with it. Floats one up. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Such a powerfully built man. I mean, Jokic seems to just brush off the foul from the opposition.
Antetokounmpo against Thompson. Outside Curry. Thompson passes to Daniels. Towns down low. Working on Thompson. Clock at 2. Over Antetokounmpo. Brooklyn pulls it in. Hartenstein's got 6 rebounds in the game. Thompson against Thompson. Pass to Jokic. Out to Garland. This one for three. Hits the trifecta.
Rise and fire. Just love how assertive Garland is on offense.
And here is Thompson. Outside Curry. 4-3. Yes. And a nice assist from Thompson. Thompson's got his 6th assist of the night.
And I think this hometown crowd is in shock as the visiting squad fires right back with a 3 of their own.
Jokic. Blocked. They retain possession. Antetokounmpo. Bam. 1:52 left in the fourth quarter. Thompson against Thompson. Pass to Daniels. Thompson, a screen on Garland. Here's Daniels, guarded by Garland. Thompson against Jokic. Thompson's shot is off. Nets trail by 5. Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Antetokounmpo can't connect. And so it's Curry with it. He brings it up for the Bulls. Pass to Towns. Curry against Jokic. And he can't get that one to go. His 6th miss in 10 tries. Antetokounmpo. Pass to Jokic. Thompson outside. Antetokounmpo. Right side. And he buries it. What a beautiful shot. Brings it within 3.
Oh, you talk about a cool customer right there. Thompson doesn't care if it's the first or last shot of the game. He's never shy about putting it up.
Antetokounmpo against Curry. Pass to Thompson. Shoots over Thompson. It's hauled in by Nikola Jokic. Brooklyn with the ball. They've played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. The putback.
You have to love their intensity right now, getting hot at the perfect time.
Well, you love their execution to get back in it. This game's very much in reach for them.
And they committed intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty. And that shot was going nowhere thanks to that aggressive swat.
Oh, my. And that was textbook defense, positioning himself well to send it back.
11 seconds left to play in the fourth. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
He hits the first one, and that'll put him up 2. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
That's just poor clock management defensively.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And the second of 2 is good. And that makes it a 3-point lead. And the timeout called here by Jordi Fernandez. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. From a coaching perspective, what are the keys to focus on here?
Tricky situation here. They need some kind of bucket to stay alive.
Yeah, the clock is their enemy, and they know it. We'll see if they go for the tie or try and get a quick one.
Bang, this time to get up.
Here's Thompson to tie it up. Misses the tray. And they need to stop the clock, so there's the foul.
Second personal foul. 14. At the line for the Bulls. Daniels. Shooting 2.
first one drops, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
No doubt, that just about seals it.
Time called here. The Nets decide to talk it over now. They're down by 5. All right, guys, what's your take?
And time's running short. They just couldn't get over that hump.
Well, I've been in this spot more times than I'd like to admit. All you can do is tell your guys to hold their heads up and finish strong.
Let's give it up for Team Hype.
And here's Thompson for 3. It doesn't go for him. So the Bulls win it. They played the villain tonight, and they played it well.
Yes, they did. And, you have two choices. You can either succumb to the hostility in this arena, or you can feed off of it and use it as...
All right, Allie, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For
Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. All the talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
And the starting group for the Spurs, we've got Kawhi Leonard. White is out there with Holmgren. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Halliburton in at the point. Outside, George. Back to Brown. Outside for George. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
Nice on-time pass to Paul George. He's shot ready. Nicely done.
And here's Leonard. Halliburton finds Leonard. Back to Halliburton. 6 to shoot. The 3. And Kawhi Leonard with the 3.
Three-point
This team relies on that shot from Kawhi.
And talk about victories and guys who play to their strengths. What about Zubac? He does a great job.
He does, Kevin. A 7-footer who wants to play like a 7-footer. He's an outstanding rebounder. He doesn't need the ball offensively. You know he's going to show up and give you great effort every night.
Halliburton against George. Leonard sets a screen for Halliburton. Left side, Leonard. Okongwu grabs the board. For Phoenix, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Inside, here's Capella. And Okongwu has it in the corner. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Outside Leonard.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
1:57 left in the first quarter. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
The toughness and tenacity very much describe Kawhi Leonard's game.
Outside, George. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played. Releases from 15, and the Suns tack on 2 more.
We call that money from the mid-range. PG doing his thing in the sweet spot.
Leonard against James. Leonard the pass to Halliburton. Back to Leonard. Here's the 3. Halliburton, no good. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Suns. James in the post. Over White. And it's Phoenix scoring again. White with it. Pass to Holmgren. Halliburton against George. Here's Zubac. Second shot opportunity, and it's good on the way in.
Yeah, that's Zubac just carving out space with that big frame.
The Suns leading. James looking around. Wide open. San Antonio with the rebound. Halliburton for three. The rebound by James. Fires away from outside. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. Suns lead by 2. After this break. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And taking a look at the Suns' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Yeah, the defense hasn't been there. They are getting hammered on second chance opportunities.
On the floor for San Antonio, Chet Holmgren out there with the Ivica Zubac. Then it's White. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Halliburton in at the 1. Here's James. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. LeBron's got his second basket of the night. George against Halliburton. Holmgren kicks to White. Back to Holmgren. Outside for Halliburton. 2 on the clock. Over George. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to George. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Here's Brown. There's the 3. Suns keep it alive. Spurs trail by 4. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Halliburton on the wing. Defended by George. Halliburton against George. A nice shot by Halliburton.
We call that tough points from a tough guy, young Tyrese Halliburton.
And Tyrese Halliburton, one of the best offensive players in the league, Doris. He is so fun to watch.
Kev, this young man is special, and not only because of the flair and the skill as a passer, the shot-making ability. To me, it's the joy he brings to the game and how that joy lifts his teammates around him.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, GA?
Kevin, thanks. At this point in his career, Paul George says he's in bully mode. He said, every night I'm on the floor, I'm there to dominate. Whether it's being more physical or going right at whoever I got to go at, you're going to feel me. I'm having that approach every time. I'm there to destroy you. Kevin, wow.
I love it, though, DA. Got to admit it. Awful powerful. Thank you. Rule adjustments, Doris, regarding the rip-through move. Do you think those have been effective?
Kevin, I certainly think we've taken a step in the right direction. We have got to give the defense more of a chance at this point, and the idea that you don't get shots on the rip-through is important. What's remarkable about LeBron is the complete command of the game. Not only his team, but you'll hear opponents joke about how well he knows their plays. I'll tell you, most of the time, this guy's going to finish that. But that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
The tray. That ball, nice speed that time from George. James has got the lead up to 6 now for the Suns. Leonard against James. Pass to Halliburton. Back to Leonard. Nice shot from the wing. Leonard's got 7 points in the game.
You set him up more often than not. Leonard will knock him down.
And Mike Budenholzer is called a timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. It's George on the wing. Ron right side. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Just 5 on the clock. Misses the layup. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. Only given up 6 here in this quarter. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And it's White missing. Suns leading by 4.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Well, it's amazing. If you finish quarters the right way, it can have such a great impact on the outcome of a game.
Fires from way outside. And that one released in time, but no good. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Suns ahead. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. They've got James. George is out there with Jaylen Brown. Then it's Okongwu, and it's Capella in at the 5 down low. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Here's George. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. George has got the first points of the second half here for Phoenix. You've seen, Doris, Paul George's journey from role player to MVP candidate.
There's a reason, Kevin, Paul George is one of the most emulated players in the league with young people. His game is so well-rounded, and maybe his best attribute is his adaptability. Paul George is equally comfortable either being the lead man, or if need be, he can play with 2 or 3 other stars and still be effective. Really incredible. You see Halliburton has the ability to rise above most defenders with the length. Just puts it to great use there.
At the elbow, it's James. Oh, the athletic move by LeBron James.
And that's exactly what they needed at this point in the game. He goes to the go-to move and extends the lead.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Halliburton on the wing, defended by George. Halliburton against George. Halliburton, no good.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Greg Popovich is guiding a young Spurs team that's hoping to return this franchise to the dominance that saw 5 titles since 1999. Pop said the standards haven't changed. Be very direct, demand, be fair, and love them. You gotta know you care about them. So it's all the same formula from 25 years ago to today. Kevin?
It's an interesting story, David. Thank you. Of course, as a Hall of Famer, you bringing that to us? And Kawhi Leonard is healthy, Doris. No one has a bigger effect on a game than this great two-way player.
There's no question, Kevin, because of his length and savvy on the defensive end. He can swallow up individual offensive matchups. He's that good defensively. And then you think to his transition on the offensive end from a player who was a standstill shooter to now who you can run your offense through.
People like to debate, and Greg, I don't know if this is you, what's better, Kawhi's defense or his offense?
Well, Kevin, I'll say this. Even if he was a subpar defender, his offense alone would have him among the league's top players. But his defense isn't subpar. At its best, it's elite.
And timeout is called by Mike Budenholzer. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. So it's Phoenix now. 6-point game. On the wing, James. Back to George. Pass to Okongwu. Okongwu with a screen on Leonard. Wow, came this close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
First team foul.
It's on Kawhi Leonard. He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1.
And his percentage at the line last season, right at the 75% mark.
Free throw good, LeBron. And the second free throw, good. And he can't make it, 3 for 3. And Chet Holmgren's been a great player from day one, Doris. What do you like most about his game?
I don't know which aspect to pick. This guy is a great rim protector. He can shoot the basketball from three-point territory and with great range from 3. But maybe my favorite aspect is the competitive toughness he brings on a nightly basis.
George against Halliburton. Nobody near Leonard. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton. Leonard's got 12 in the game.
But Kawhi Leonard right now is cooking, folks. This guy has got a rhythm, and you better watch out.
From deep, James. James connects from deep.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
And here's Leonard from 3. It's hauled in by the Suns. Okongwu's now got rebound number 5 here tonight. James in the post. He's covered by Leonard. James, no good.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Tyrese Halliburton has an array of moves offensively. Off the deck, yes, sir.
Brown deciding where to go with it. Capella with a screen on White. Pass to LeBron. Outside for George. He got it up. And it's wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
And they get it to double digits just as we get set for the final quarter here. That 3 could be a killer.
And so it's the Phoenix Suns. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. Back right after this. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
But we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the floor for San Antonio starting the 4th quarter, White is out there with Holmgren. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then there's Tyrese Halliburton. And it's Leonard in at the 2. And George kicks to LeBron. Lob pass to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
And the long arms of Capella, using them to perfection as a target for his teammates on that alley-oop.
Leonard the pass to Holmgren. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Holmgren's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And timeout is called by Mike Budenholzer. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks, Kevin. Mike Budenholzer had some words for his team during the break. He said to them, keep building this lead, guys. Don't take your foot off the gas. Keep working hard. Run our stuff. Guys?
Thank you, David. James dishes to George. Teardrop shot. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. He'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
This is a case where it's just the pure strength of Paul George, able to fight through contact so well on these shots.
At the line for Phoenix, Paul George. 1 shot.
On the free throw, no good. Spurs trail by 10. Halliburton in the corner. Halliburton is doubled. And the jump by Holmgren.
And given that Holmgren is 7 feet tall, he's a threat to throw it down at any time.
On the wing, James. Back to Brown. To the paint. LeBron outside. Clock at 6. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Whacking James like the D does there is the right move. I mean, especially when you consider how strong he is.
LeBron James taking 2 shots.
The free throw drops for James. And both free throws good for LeBron. Spurs trail by 10. Here's Halliburton. Wants to get it to Holmgren and does. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And give credit to Holmgren for jumping all over that opportunity. Putting
James against Leonard. It's tipped. Clock is at 3. Here's Brown. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Leonard kicks to Halliburton. Here's the floater. Shoots over Capella, and Capella sends it back.
Quick off the floor, has that long reach. Capella there with the intimidation.
James sets the screen for Brown. And the dunk by Capella.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Suns.
And it may be a comfortable win for it, but, you know, they had to weather a few storms along the way, and that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for LeBron.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
And Mike Budenholzer has called a timeout. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle them up right away. George looking around. At the elbow, it's James. The shot's good on the assist by George. And the Suns lead by 10.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question. They've got hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
It's good from long range.
There is something special about a crisp, on-time, on-target passer. Mr. Halliburton, how you doing?
And here's George. He'll bring it up for Phoenix. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
It's going to go on Zubac.
At the line for your Suns, Clint Capella. 2 shots.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
I'll tell you, it's never an easy point in the game, knowing whatever you do, you're still coming away with the L.
So the Suns win it. It was a fantastic ball. Thank you, David. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
On the floor, at center, Mark Williams. It's time.
Hello out there. Now the opening lineup for Atlanta. We've got Kristaps Porzingis. LaMelo Ball is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then it's Williams, and it's Edwards in at the 3 slot. And for Boston, Wembanyama out there with Mikal Bridges. Then there's Devin Booker. Then there's Drew Holiday, and it's Lively in at the center position. Well, Grant, this is not your average regular season game. These teams are fierce rivals.
Oh, yes, they are, B.A. I love playing in these type of games. I mean, the fans are extra loud. The players are fired up. This will be fun.
Good work there as it goes.
Edwards. Well, Edwards can be so accurate, making shots look easy at times.
Bridges outside. Wembanyama against Porzingis. Wembanyama, screen on Edwards. Back to Wembanyama. And the dunk by Wembanyama.
And you see how fluid Wembanyama is. 7'5" guys shouldn't be able to move like this.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Joe Mazzulla. We talked about the task of facing Jimmy Butler, fiery wing. Coach said, you can talk about the scouting report all you want with Jimmy, but he brings the extra dimension. Butler has the attitude that is unmatched in the league. The passion of Jimmy Butler in full focus tonight, Brian.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Booker no good. For Atlanta, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
Now here's Edwards. Pass to Butler. Back to Edwards. 6 on the shot clock. Porzingis sets a screen. Lets it go from deep. Edwards, no good. Boston has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Now here's Holiday. Outside Wembanyama. Launches it. And the shot is good on the assist by Holiday. Wembanyama's got 5 points.
Yeah, you've got to worry about Wembanyama everywhere. He puts a defense to the test.
Butler surveying the floor. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
What a great option he gives them on every possession.
The Celtics have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Bridges outside. The three. Rebounded by the Hawks. 1:16 left in the first quarter. Edwards against Holiday. Pass to Porzingis. Back to Ball. Porzingis sets a screen. Takes a three. Lively grabs a miss.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Holiday finds Booker. Holiday a screen on Butler. Outside Booker. That one is off. Some solid defense from Butler. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Outside Edwards. Pass to Butler. Lets the three fly. Knocks down the long J. 5 points in the game.
Well, when Butler's this focused, defenders, beware.
Edwards against Holiday. Wembanyama, screen on Edwards. Holiday from long range. Drains the triple.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
So at the end of one. Man, some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And from what we've seen from the Hawks, what's your take so far?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
All right, this is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second. Mark Williams out there with Kristaps Porzingis. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then there's Anthony Edwards. And it's Ball in at the 2 spot. Well, Brent, there are only a handful of players in the league with the big game experience of Butler.
Yeah, and those big games, BA, are where he's had some of his best moments. It's been on several different teams as well. So the bigger the game gets, the bigger Jimmy Butler appears to show up. All of that happening because Porzingis moved well off the screen to find the space.
Outside Wembanyama. Pass to Bridges. No one near him. That one's good for 2. Bridges has got his first 2 points. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Hawks. And we played just over a minute of basketball in the second quarter. Outside, Williams. And here's Edwards. Takes a 13-footer. And Booker pulls it down.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
Bridges passes to Holiday. Booker with it. He's picked up by Edwards. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Holiday, here we go. Over Butler. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim. Holiday's got 5.
Huge shot by Holiday there. He was aware that the shot clock was about to expire. He finds a way to get a great shot off.
Outside Butler. Butler going in strong. It's good. And the assist that time from Ball. 7 points in the game.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Outside Wembanyama. Pass to Holiday. Fires the 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. Well, Brent, league-wide, more and more points being scored. You see that tapering off at any point?
Yeah, with all the rule changes and what we're seeing in terms of the skill set of players growing, I mean, the scoring is just going to keep going. How far can we go? I don't know. I feel like we're topping off a little bit. The only way we're going to score more points in the game is add more time to the clock.
Butler, unfazed.
And Butler just taking that motion right through contact.
For Boston, they've gotten 3 of 4 field goals in the second quarter. Outside Wembanyama. Over Porzingis. Wembanyama, no good. And the Hawks shooting has been good. 54% on this one. And Ball gets it to go.
Yeah, inside Ball has to rely on his agility. That's how he finds his way to close-range looks.
50 seconds left to play in the first half. Holiday is screen on Ball. Left side, Wembanyama. Back to Holiday. Over Edwards. The shot by Holiday, no good. The Hawks leading. Seems like this offense is being executed the way it was designed.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach couldn't be happier with the results.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Williams. And a great assist by Butler as that one goes.
The assist.
Butler's got 3 assists in the game.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Booker looking around. Puts up a 3. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. The Hawks on top, up by 4. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. It has been one outstanding game from Jimmy Butler.
Hey, we didn't expect this. Not normally a big-time assist maker, he's done a great job moving the ball around.
You can get into a passing rhythm, and so far all of his have been on point.
Devin Booker out there with Drew Holiday. Then there's Derek Lively. Then it's Victor Wembanyama. And it's Bridges in at the 3 spot. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half. Butler against Bridges. Butler can't get it to go. Celtics trail by 4. Brent, you think about Jimmy Butler. Great in the regular season. Even better in the playoffs.
Yeah, extremely tough. I mean, he has grit and resilience, but tough-minded in the toughest moments, and that's where his teammates rely on him. Jimmy Butler shows up big come playoff time.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
LaMelo Ball is such an instinctive playmaker. Talking about his approach, he said, I'm just making it up. I see someone, I throw it, whatever comes to mind. Brian, the way he sees the game makes him box office attraction.
I like it. It's that new school flair with a game that harkens back to some of the greats. He's special to watch, Allie.
When you think of Jimmy Butler, his work ethic comes to mind. Notably, how hungry he is to win at all costs.
Booker with a screen on Edwards. Holiday surveying the floor. Ball against Bridges. To the middle. And a slam dunk by Lively.
His playmaking is something to watch. Threading that pass right in there.
Ball against Holiday. Butler, a screen on Holiday. Right side, Butler. Shoots over Booker. Butler can't get it to go. And Booker's got the ball here for Boston. In the second half, they've only given up 1 basket coming on the free throw. Butler with a steal. For the finish. Look at Butler finish the break.
Kind of fun when you have a fast break where guys want to join you. And Jimmy Butler, he's a member of the party.
It's Booker on the wing. Jacks up a 3. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday. Holiday's got 3 assists now in this one.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Butler with the ball. And Lively picks him up defensively. Here's Williams. Soft touch off the glass. And the Hawks lead by 4.
A hard work on the offensive glass. You can see the coaching staff rise up and clap for that effort.
Bridges outside. And all around the rim that time before dropping.
Well, if the defense is going to give Bridges a lot of looks like this, he's got to continue to knock him down.
And Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. For Atlanta, they've gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter. Butler passes to Ball. Back to Butler. Plenty of space. Bucket. He's now 6 of 10 from the field.
And Butler giving you the full buffet of the things he can do.
Wembanyama against Porzingis. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. Now one on Ball. And Mikal Bridges. Still one of the better wing defenders in the league, Greg.
Yeah, he's so great at pestering a shooter. Good lateral movement and wingspan makes him hard to get around. He might not be the best in the league, but he is well above average.
It's Edwards on the wing from outside the arc. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Here's Bridges, just 5 to shoot. Pass to Wembanyama. For the tie. That shot off the mark. Great D that time from Porzingis. Ball finds Butler. And here's Edwards outside. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And we've just finished the third quarter. What a tight game we've got going. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
You know, anytime the guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
Anthony Edwards.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. And Atlanta, looking at who they've got. Kristaps Porzingis out there with Mark Williams. Then there's Anthony Edwards. Then it's Ball. And it's Butler in at the point. Bridges against Ball. Rebound Atlanta. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Ball taking his time here. The three-pointer off the mark.
Really excellent defense there. They know he's capable of knocking it down from the outside, and they could not have played him better.
And Porzingis with the block.
And shooters must beware. Porzingis is down there lurking.
Pass to Edwards from the arc. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board.
That's exactly how you have to defend him on the perimeter. You can't allow any space.
Outside Booker. There's the triple. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday.
Man, I'll tell you what, the pressure is cranked up. Who better to call than this guy?
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. And here's Butler outside. And scoring. That now makes him 7 for 11 in this game.
And just a painful blow right there. I mean, eyeing the lead, they give up a big triple.
Booker against Butler. To the inside. Lively passes to Wembanyama. Here's Booker. No good there, off the double clutch. Atlanta leading by 5. Now Ball. Outside Butler. There's the 3. Lively grabs the miss. Lively's got 7 rebounds in the game. The 3, Bridges. Rebounded by Butler. Butler's got 4 rebounds now. Edwards, a pass to Ball. And stolen by Holiday. And here we go, the Celtics on the run. Pass to Wembanyama. Wow, that wiry strength of Wembanyama.
No fear in this young man. We're already getting a sense of Wembanyama's killer instinct.
Bridges against Edwards. Porzingis with a screen on Bridges. And here's Edwards outside. Gets the 3 ball to go. Edwards has got 6 in the quarter.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. He is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
During that last break, I heard Joe Mazzulla as he talked with the team. He told his guys not to lose hope, saying to them, "It's a long game, fellas, and we're in this one, but I need each one of you to step up your intensity right now." Let's see if Coach's message resonates, guys.
And Allie, thank you for that. And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for the Hawks. They lead by 6. That's their biggest margin. There's 49 seconds left in the game. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Lively, first personal foul, first team foul.
Porzingis finds Butler. Let's go with a 3. All no good.
Well, he just hasn't found his rhythm tonight, partly because he's gotten fewer touches.
Holiday passes to Wembanyama. He can't get it to go.